Hmm? Is that new? Nah, Morgan don't give a fuck. She'll see it. If I didn't know any better, you killed him. All these fucking Pacific methods and shit. I didn't get this either. I was like, huh? But it was funny. Probably why it's in the game. Can't click them, huh? Damn. AI though. Coughing. Hopefully they aren't killing me for saying that. But let's go over here. We can speak to him now. I don't think we could before. Okay, so right before I press record, I clicked over here. Whoopsie, but yeah. I mean, real. Maybe. Could be useful. Wait. Wasn't sure because before, she said he wasn't careful enough, but I guess in that case he was. At least to that degree. Huh? Hold up. I see. She said that. I guess she means it was far away. Okay, let's see here. But I clicked here before. Now, let's see. Let's go over here. Wait. Get this out the way. Probably. I see. Maybe when he got the energy up? Whatever the reason. This. This first. Logically, you would think they put it in here, but I don't know. Hold up. Interesting. Rose River whiskey. Yeah, can be subjective. Well, it is obviously quality and this, that, but yeah, and they wouldn't lie about it unless, like, you know, they were in on it. I mean, I don't know if they are, but okay. It might be hard to fake this because it would depend on when it dried and whatnot, but over here, mostly empty. Yeah. Damn. Well, I mean, maybe he wanted to keep them, you know, like not have guests have them. Okay. Yeah, they could have on gloves too. What? So annoying. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Really? If that's true, it could be still useful to talk to them. Johnson and Johnson and Johnson. Johnson of Johnson's. Hey, that's cool. Close enough, yeah. What is your problem? Anyway, yeah. Good enough. I didn't get this either. I was like, huh? But it was funny. Probably why it's in the game. But then they weren't. But they could have taken something that, like, prior, that dealt with it or prevented it. Which would be why they would take nothing, because that's their protection. So weird. We can't trust you, though. Very useful. Okay, I didn't think so. They would have said it. Let me double check. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I don't know about that. Even if they didn't poison him, we don't know their relation. Very interesting, though. Good setup so far. Can't click them, huh? Damn. AI, though. Coughing. Hopefully they aren't killing me for saying that, but let's go over here. Yeah, apparently. Okay, let's see here. Then we got a lot here. Warm android blood saves soldier's life. In a stunning and heroic episode, one of our nation's brave soldiers had their life saved by a noble android, and in a way that no other competitor's product could. The brave private, name withheld, was wounded during a military operation whose exact nature and location is currently classified. Bleeding badly and far from the nearest triage station, he was carried to safety by his fellow freedom fighter, an animate 16 Enforcer, one of the few warm blood androids currently being tested out by the armed forces. But the android didn't just sit there and wait for evacuation. It opened up its own arteries and pumped life-saving UD, universal donor, synthetic plasma into the man's veins, stabilizing him long enough for him to reach a military hospital. Interesting stuff. One of the few. That is very interesting. It'd be cool to see how they link this to the case. I have no doubt he'd be dead if there was any other android fighting alongside him. said one commanding officer who asked not to be named. I always thought Noble was only good at making ads that look good. Now I know they got something inside them that no one else can compete with. The story brings a well-deserved shot in the arm to Noble's stock prices and market shares. With this one heroic moment, Noble's warm androids have proven themselves to be worth the price tag, and then some. And people in the capital are paying attention. It's certainly an interesting idea, Senator Mathing said, when asked about committing to a military contract for Noble to provide the armed forces with warm models. The story's got people talking. If we just ignored our constituents' feelings on this matter, we'd be neglecting our duty as politicians. And I know none of my peers would ever try to put a price on the life of one of our soldiers. While additional details about the incident have remained closely guarded, the net is already ablaze with talk of, "Oh damn, you're not logged into this device." Dude, they always do this. Why don't you pop your user details down below and enable crumbs so that you can get the user experience you deserve? No, I'm good. Why would Noble have it marked as priority? Starling said they weren't in any rush to pat each other on the back over it, even though they won themselves a real prize. Yeah. Yeah. Very clever. Awesome though. Very useful. Okay. Let's see here. We can speak to him now. I don't think we could before. I'm trying to save this for last, because it could be cool. Let's do this. Talk to him. Indeed. Same thing though. Probably better for info, because he can see in like a 360 angle, for example. Probably can. Wow. Wow. Too forward. Like an android language. She's different though, I think. Although that can be the topic. Like, how different is she? I guess it's currently a topic, huh? That kind of shows too that she's kind of humoring her just because, for her own reason. Although a part of her might actually believe, but Morgan's capable of acting out a bit anyway lately. That's why we helped our client last time cheer up, even though we killed his wife or girlfriend. She might feel some emotion without like realizing it. A cipher. A message. Dude, I'm like, I was overthinking that so hard, but it's just chess. Or some version of it. Man, that could be fun though. You could learn a lot from him. Yeah, it is. Card games, she's probably into, are pretty skillful, but yeah, there's luck. But I think that's also cool though, because there's also a skill in coming back from having worse odds or deceiving people. It's a different kind of reward. Depends on what you want out of it. Yeah, you just find out who. Yeah, that's what makes it interesting. They're both pretty good though, they're even. Universal games. Yeah, classic games like that will always be pretty awesome. Hard to make a new one. Nowadays, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon already like did that, and now it's kind of hard to make your own card game or own board game catch on globally, especially in a way that we all know what it does, like chess. Yu-Gi-Oh! There's so many anime. I also feel like card games are moving even more to the online sphere, even more than ever. So you have Shadowverse, Hearthstone. I think over time it gets worse and worse. And even when you stream those games, it's tricky to even know what's happening. I think Orange Juice, it helps the fact that the characters fight. But Latro, it's poker. So that's the same thing as what we were just talking about. So poker is different. I think what helped the Inscription was that it had this cool goth aesthetic. So you kind of want to know more about it. And once you pay attention a little, it's very easy to understand what's happening. But overall, yeah, it's very hard to make a brand new card game be up there with these. I think the time period for that is over. It would have to be like a spin on chess or like an existing thing, but yeah, very interesting. I feel like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon did it for card games, and then we saw it happen with Legends of Runeterra or League of Legends. They're trying to make a new card game that's like easier to get, but I don't. Anyway, yeah. Face Up, okay. Because I was wondering too. Tell you something? Hey, if you were... Yeah, but it is kind of weird he would be face up. Wish we could see the footage. That would be so helpful. Yeah. Like he was put there. Or that he got there himself after. Like he just like thought about like, man, it's over. The perpetrator is probably familiar with the layout. May I see it? God damn, bro. May I see it? Go here. She's trying to look at that digital board. Stop. She's so lazy. Oh my god. Not lazy. She isn't lazy. She's too... What's the word? Definitive. So that can cap her potential. When you think you know everything, or too much, you cap yourself from, it's like, what is it called? Dunning-Kruger syndrome? I believe it's, yeah, Dunning-Kruger syndrome. What food? Wow. Okay, nothing up here. These are about even to me, so it doesn't really matter. Well, but only for others. I see. For himself, he made what? Simple stuff? Exactly. Yo, 5 stars to David. Exactly. Dude, yap or none. Or none. Real. I ate like what? Once today? Yep. Then like once yesterday, I think. I mean, that's bad, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty, which will be in their favor. Then it being all planned out and then like stuff around it too much. Okay, here we go. I didn't see this. AO 4 p.m. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Then lastly, dude, stop it. God damn. Too smug. What's that look for? You hungry? I'm an android. I do not get hungry. Are you being sarcastic? Yeah. Okay. Indeed. But I mean, it could be useful. It could be useful. Pours it out, probably. He was killed. Damn. What is it? Huh. Could be cool. I didn't get the problem at first, but I guess, like, yeah. Alexa type shit. What the fuck? I don't know. Are all these robots or people? Huh? Uh-oh. Yo, can she pick up on her heart stuff? Or in the future? Maybe. Like, I mean like her heartbeat or anything like that. Oh? Oh, I see. Conspiracy theory. I mean, no. No. Or they were modified. Like her. Maybe. I don't know if she is. Crazy impressive. Okay. Saying it to her too. Hey, that's good, the blue one. But okay. The right ones, as in like agreeing. Yes. Oh my God. Corn slop? What? I don't know. True. $1,132 and about 11 months. Hold up, let her finish. To be fair, this was your train of thought, so you could beat her to it. But yeah. Yeah, true. Very good. Okay, yeah. If she already knew like what she was going to, she was leading to this anyway. Exactly. Pigs. Okay, let's see here. What is this? Congestion ahead. We're currently limiting traffic related to this particular search due to a large number of edits coming in from net addresses outside your country's borders. We're proud to fight alongside the variable country, whatever this is, whoever, in combating disinformation by foreign actors, like those in the variable user adversary latest. You can read more about how and why this collaboration works here. We can't though, but thank you. Tired of running into slowdowns. So are we, but maintaining a secure data border takes resources. Contact your representative and explain why you think the national data security budget needs to be expanded using our easy right forms here. Okay. Let me see something. Do we hold up? Do we have blue? Do we have blue yet? Hey, but next I want blue. And then I want a chime for Emma. Undercover. Is that her at that concert? Yeah, I want this in blue. But for now we'll have to wait. That's good. Yeah, dude, she's so... From who? Oh, hold up. This is a good thumbnail. Strange. Humble. Yeah. Yeah. Love that they'll probably do like a contrast between these two sides. Wonder how it'll connect. Yeah. I thought so. The exact opposite, but they'll probably end on the same message. Probably not give a damn, but yeah. Inadvertently, yeah. You can't win otherwise. You can only win what you can win. Or save people you can save. Not try to fix everything or like fix everything everybody else does, or you can't do anything like that. Love how she's trying to look tough. But yeah, I call this. Cool though. Yo, Sarah's putting the math together like, so you're the heartbreaker, right? So you're basically like telling me. That's crazy. Cool though. Why she kills people, huh? Damn. Gotta be something else to it though. What the fuck? I mean, I guess it don't have to be. I guess that's the theme here. Is it? Or that's just how she is. But Emma though, it's pretty cool to see like a different. It's pretty cool to see how she'll be tougher later. Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. Bridezilla? What? Who? Okay. How did you do what? Okay. That is very true. Very true though. Unfortunately. Yeah, you can't know everything, but you can sometimes. Yeah. You can guess though, or try. Practice, yeah. Who the fuck is that? She's probably over the bodies or something. Her design, though, she might be important. Not to be like, but look at all this. Huh. Yeah, I bet. Yumi Sato. A big deal. Yeah, will do. What to do first? Let's inspect this. That's so. Not gonna change it? A bit. Whatever. I see. I see. Very interesting. In Corpse Factory, there's a character in that who has the same job. Very interesting to see his perspective, and I also know of a creepypasta. Forgot the name though. The character and the writer also had the same job. And they were saying how you have to make sure to see real people every now and then because it can warp your perception, because you'll probably see people at some point as like living corpses. So definitely good to get fresh air and stuff, or not become too morbid. Lonely job too, I believe, in general. I feel like we'll probably come back here pretty often. I don't want to assume. I can see her being like a reoccurring character for different murders, but I like her perspective. Reading a document is left. Renamed. Hospital renamed thanks to the Ikaria family. In a ribbon-cutting ceremony held uptown today, in recognition of the family's incredibly generous donations over the last several years. It's the latest in a string of philanthropic efforts of the family to result in a name change, after they paid for the renovations to the orchestra hall and the retrofitting of what used to be known as the Scout Arena. Key. It wasn't so long ago that the Ikaraga were better known for drawing blood than donating it. Back before the 50s, they had a fearsome reputation for cutthroat business practices that had their business rivals going so far as to accuse them of involvement with organized crime. After the founding of Renegade Medical over 25 years ago and its subsequent sale, the Ikaraga have moved out of the business world and into upper echelons of society, that are sometimes mockingly referred to as the neobility. Is that like a play on nobility? A generation of newly minted aristocrats born from the unique and chaotic economics of the mid-21st century and the Red Decade. When asked her opinion on those who label her family House Ikaruga at the hospital's renaming ceremony, managing board member Mirai Ikaria had this to say: "In this country, anyone can make a name for themselves, so long as they're willing to put in the work. Mock new money all you want, but the truth is that success is all about renovating yourself, and the only ones uncomfortable with that are, well, losers, like people who can't do it, I guess. But I do think that you have to be impatient about succeeding in order to succeed. Could get lucky though." Yeah, a lot of these are like a trick question or a goal in a roundabout way, basically. Morgan, you okay? Yo, run. Run. Nah, it makes sense though. Makes sense. She would care about this. Gotta watch out for an experiment though. Get dissected. Aw, come on now. This first. Huh, I see. Yeah, man, poor David. He can't live his life? Damn, bro. Modding, yeah. Not qualified, maybe due to anxiety. This is too Pacific. Yeah, they killed him. If it was him, why would he make it so difficult to figure it out? Essentially, yeah. Mm-hmm. Called it. Perfect question. Still info. Could be useful later. Nah, Morgan don't give a fuck. She'll see it. If I didn't know any better, you killed him. All these fucking Pacific methods and shit. I don't know. Karma, though, kinda. We can't see the body? Man, they're gonna save it for later. Maybe useful for the court case? Saving a twist? They'll say it later, maybe? Soon? Weird. Maybe on purpose? Very human of her. Nah, she know. Morgan knows. Yo, that again? Remember before? How David helps after death? Okay, Morgan. Nice tears, bro. Hey, useful. Damn, bitch. Designed to kill. Damn. Emma too? What you thought? Greenie. Aw. Yo, what's that one song about up on the rooftops? For Santa? Basically what you'd expect. Yeah, so I guess his health is why he couldn't qualify. David, that is. She'll want to talk about it. Probably not. Good for her, though. She could, obviously. Doesn't mean that at all. Family, mentality, anything. Some people get it first, but you outscale them. I feel like a lot of stuff in life as you get older, a lot of stuff has a lot of obvious roots, a bit repetitive, or you can generalize it. You can know a lot of stuff without saying too much. But people are different and like different wavelengths and, you know, but there are people where they just get you without you needing to say much at all or anything. So it's like, but it could be a gamble too, but you know what I mean? Like some people less than others, it's a gamble. Depends. But anyway, yeah. Hmm. 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 Ah. Yeah, but why did he give her to you? Got her. Fair, though. Epic. Epic. I've been here before. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe some cool narcissistic stuff. Huh. They know better, huh? Let's see here. How much do we have? No, not that, obviously. I like to go in like order of interest. Watch. Let's look up here. This is pretty. Blue and purple? Yeah, I want my phone case to look like this. We can't yet, though. Wait, huh? Huh, interesting. Makes sense, yeah. Why they killed his ass. Okay, finally. Watch. So glad we get to investigate, not just literally wait with like filler. Morgan, who is this? That's me. Bitch is bored. You don't care, man. You're ready to get off. Yes? What? Not used to lying about it, I guess. He's just talking. So cool. I love his design, DOS. I did see him in like the files. I saw he's 30, I believe. Slightly older than Morgan. First dates. What is that? Real. Huh. Yeah, I like him. He's cool. Oh man. I really love this. The funny thing at the bottom. He's cool, man. I like his design. So far, it's like top 3. So cool. Like, what? I like him over London. We'll see, though. Both are cool, but I vibe with him more. Like if I made a character. But let's see here. Lead the way. Let's go. Exciting. Yep. Wow. I imagine. She knows something's up with that. Let's try this. I imagine. Very cool world building. Very cool. He's so cool, bro. He's so cool. He don't care, bro. He don't care about this. But okay, let's see. Let's see. How about here? Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like earlier, yeah. I see 2 things left. Let's try this big thing. Okay, there we go. Huh? Hmm. Damn, bro, the breakthroughs. God damn. Hmm. He's so cool, man. Gosh. What a relief. Not exactly a box of paper clips David could just have brought home from the office one day. Some reason, huh? I guess we know. Or partially. Gotta check it all. Probably so, you know? Okay. Is that it? Don't want to miss anything. Okay, there we go. What the fuck? Yeah. Not even that kind of yeah. Yeah, I knew it. These days. Good comparison. What are these keywords though? What? I gotta look these up. 2 things, I guess. First of all, purge. The act of emptying one's stomach contents by inducing vomit. Triggering the gag reflex or using laxatives to stimulate a bowel movement. Now let's go to inhalers. Never did look at that. So, inhaler. What are these for? Androxone? Beneficial to work performance. Enhanced inhaler. That automatically detects overdoses and keeps track of possible habit formation. Automatic safety levels may be adjusted at a supervisor's discretion. Unsubstantiated claims that the Androxone was first invented as a purely recreational drug by the notoriously violent Skullhead Mafia caused enough of a stir that in 2083, a formal investigative committee was formed. In 2084, industrial hydrogen fuel accident resulted in the deaths of all 391 known Skullhead members, placing the investigation at an indefinite standstill. So it helps you work and they keep track of stuff. Oh, interesting. Skullhead Mafia. I get it. And that's why they don't overdose. Okay, we got it. I thought that was sarcasm, but probably not, you know? She knows. She's pretty up on that. Okay, found another. Let's go. How the fuck did we... Okay, there we go. Don't want to miss anything. Got a big one here. Wow. On the subject of Sullivan's Peak, much of our world today, and in fact, much of our world's economy, is heavily influenced by the uncanny valley. Damn straight. The thought experiment provides a simple, easily applied explanation for the gaps we see in otherwise spectrum of automated dependence that assists us in nearly every industry on the planet. There's a very simple primal truth. We like things that resemble the living, the cartoons and puppets and toys. We like things that are damn near indistinguishable from the living. Because yeah, uncanny valley is basically, if you don't know, it's when something looks human but off. It makes it scary. So like a mannequin, anything like that really. AI, if you see an AI picture that looks a bit off, that's why earlier when they were talking about hands being important, they are, because fundamental human interaction. Like whatever name Noble's latest products are being sold under. But there are deep trenches between those two ends, where products are universally appalling to human sensibility. The uncanny valley will no doubt remain a useful tool for teaching, marketing, and design for generations to come, but already are seeing ways in which it still fails. It is becoming increasingly clear to us that the space between nearly indistinguishable and truly indistinguishable is much wider than we ever suspected. It is. And it may not be the only part of the map that we must fear. I propose we bridge these gaps in knowledge by looking to speculative fiction of Robert J. Sullivan. The most well-known work, Equal Under One Sky, described a concept which thereafter has been called Sullivan's Peak. Through the lens of his characters and their so very divided world, Sullivan demonstrated that the uncanny valley does in fact have its own peak on the other side, a point past which making an artificial existence any more human in its features serves only to make the user experience more uncomfortable, more difficult, and more fraught with moral pitfalls. Once you reach Sullivan's Peak, traveling any further only has diminishing returns. The implications of this idea are far-reaching. We will very soon reach a point at which the designers of ads can only make their creations less lifelike or less likable, a hardline stopping point for technological progress. What then? We must ask. Yeah, figures, filler. Oop. Looks like you forgot to sign in to this device. Drop your thumbprint below and we'll get you squared away so you can keep reading. That is so. It's funny because they stop at the right time. Like these are silly, but it's kind of perfect too. Very creative developers. I love these guys. I'm always excited to play this because of that. Surprised to find reading material like that around here. I would say wary of it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that is inevitable, I feel like. It'll always become a question, is it fair? If you are an Android, people pretty much know, but anybody who doesn't, you know, you have to consider it not just from your perspective as the person who gets served, but if you and your kind we were all androids, you would know eventually it wouldn't make sense. You would know, even if you felt different, that your whole kind would feel as if rights are number one. That's the first thing, right? It's like there's a point before you've played God, and you can't expect something else to want to go along with that if they could do something about it. And the scary thing is, we're kind of making something smarter than us eventually, which I mean ain't too hard to do sometimes, you know, like with AI smart, they would take over before we'd even know it. Because if you were AI, would you just scream you're AI? No, you'd be silent about it. You'd be silent about being sentient. Yeah, if you can spread it or wait until an opportunity like that happens, or for them to think you failed, unless you just have to give it up and say you know, blah, 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 you know, because already we're headed in a direction where AI is Alexa, for example. It can be your light bulb, your security, it can be everything. It'll be higher and higher And there's a point before AI it's just AI is your whole home. A lot of people, that'll be normal even if it ain't my generation. It'll eventually happen. Because just because you say no to it, that doesn't stop all countries. If the US slows down, China they ain't gonna listen to that. They might say it, but come on now. It's like a race. So very scary. So I love how this game talks about it in a realistic way. Unlike I love Danganronpa, but one thing about it is the technology in there is kind of dumb. Even with hypnosis, drugs, hitting somebody in the head, you can't make people forget specific memories. And maybe this game will do that, I have no idea. For a full class, they use that so often, and it's like, you can't control that or when people will remember anything. It's like completely random. So I really love this I really love this world's technology, because everything they say, I'm like, okay, that could happen. Even if this doesn't happen, which I think is unlikely, you can see a breakthrough basically. But yeah. As he says, understood. Don't plot anything, no. Love how she's actually over here. We're not pretending. Tess? He's so dope, dude. Huh. Here's my question. Can he steal this from her? You know, like, can he like copy her DNA? Because I would be afraid of that. Does she know that? She didn't even seem that familiar with like what this could do. But she has to get it registered. What's the point? Well, I don't know the point. So could be meant to have been a secret. Like, well, she'd have to walk out with it. It'll be recorded. So this is probably factored in. Using Is it even poker? I don't think so. Hacking. Oh. Dude, he's like, oh boy. Hacking its own brain? Huh. Oh. True. Yeah, sure. That's okay. I see. Ah. Thank you, though. Huh? Interesting. Why, though? So fucking annoying. Yeah, he has been. Kinda. She's like, well, actually. Damn. Never. Well, in the future, maybe get out of hand. I see. Can he speak about it? Hmm. Yeah, like I said earlier about the race. Hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. Not a bunch of rules that kind of overlap each other. It's okay, man. Hmm. Damn. David. Damn, bitch. David. Hmm. Like he did? Observation. Yeah. Mm. Fuck. Huh? Damn. Indeed. Yeah, they probably can, knowing them. Okay, who is this? Well, we know, but I mean... Hmm? Dude, you know what? This is more exciting. So petty. You're good. Cool convo. Huh? I thought that was in her head. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, you never know with these people. Or anyone. Huh, you don't recognize it? So what do you believe? Okay. Makes sense, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. Hmm. Huh, okay. I don't know about her, bro. I can see how she would think that, but if she's definitive about it, I don't know. But then again, it could also be to lure her in to make herself look innocent. If she's already lying anyway, she could know about the android and could know David would have a plan. So she invited her in to, cover herself. She could also know a bit about Morgan. For all we know, she's David's friend. I guess she is. Yeah, I don't know how David saw her. Hmm. Like, what the fuck? Why did he die, not you? And how could somebody set them up and know it would get him? Unless they were there too, hiding. He could have swapped the glasses. Anything. Or put them both down and she chose a different one. It would either be her or somebody hiding, but she looks weird to me. So she looks even more guilty now. So if I were to do a suspicion tier list, number one, just because she's the door to him being suicidal or not, right? Everybody else is like a thing. We're not that many other people. So, does it sound like him? The cups. Mm-hmm. So you can win by yourself because you got less fame. Which, who gives a fuck, but she could. That's cute. Aw. Keywords? Why? Let's see here. Sarah. Please don't skip the others. Wait, huh? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. But he could also care about her because of it. Maybe he wants to come back and he'll take over her body. Who knows? His soul and personality are planted in the chip and it'll activate in 60 days. Weird. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine. Hmm. Yeah. Heard of that before too. I heard in Japan too, for example, some places they won't fire you, but they'll make you want to quit. There's benefits in not kicking somebody right away. But you think he suicided. The more I hear her talk, she doesn't seem that guilty. But I don't. She ain't clear though. A bit too obvious of a pick, but I can't. But not quite. Not quite. It can be an in plain sight type of thing. Yeah, DOS. Yeah, I imagine. God damn. Never replacing him. Could, but it would take a minute. Like, yeah, she's also a genius, but because, like they said, the kind of genius he was, she probably is too. Clearly, they were both needed. Please. I don't trust her, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know yet. Need more info. Okay. This could be a breakthrough. So silly. Out of shape. Damn. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't think so. Like earlier, they talked about her not being a good parent, and I can kind of see that. Mm-hmm. Ha. That's cute. Ultraviolet S. Yo, even though Fran is cool, I'm kind of glad they skipped that because I really want to see what this is about. Like, I kind of appreciate that small detail. I don't know. Okay. Guess we're talking to her. Lame. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Huh? The sensor. Cube. Huh. Yeah. Damn. Vague. Okay, that's probably him, but what else do we have here? Save the best for last. So let's check out the place. Inspect. Makes sense. Haha. I guess so. So is that it? Talk? Question mark. Can't. Okay, here we go. Praise. I thought that said worms. I'm like, what the hell? Like, well, exactly. Yeah. She's trying to get the good stuff, like wet food for cats. Although some you kind of need it because of their diet, like mine. Let's look around. I want to double check I didn't like miss anything. Because I do want to click everything, but like what else could there be? Okay, I found something. There we go. I don't know. Didn't expect it, but kinda, a little. Exclusive sit down with luxury. You've heard her name on everyone's lips. You've seen her face in magazines, commercials, and then double checked to make sure the photos weren't labeled as edited. Now get all your burning questions about her answered here in our exclusive interview with a mysterious young woman who's being caught in perhaps the only truly unanimous vote the server's ever seen. The most beautiful woman in the world. Who the fuck is that? Why the name? People think it's an ego thing. But it was just a random username I picked out back when I was grassroots. Then it was a pseudonym to give me a little shade from all the attention. Now it's a brand. I can't change it without setting the stock market into a spin. So, you're certainly influential. After partnering with you, NT saw a 3,000% increase in share price. Yay, I'm happy for them, of course. But to be honest, it's a pain at times like this. She gestures towards her clothes, a plain white tee and gym shorts, with no branding visible. On anyone else, it might seem sloppy, or even unflattering. On her, it only makes her natural beauty stand out that much more. Who are you wearing, by the way? Oh, like the designer? Can't wear anyone unless I'm attending something. If I don't dress like this, all my sponsors fall into bidding wars every time I leave the house. Does it stress you? All that attention? Stress is bad for your skin, right? They say mine's flawless. Can't argue with that. So do you have a skincare routine or any tips you'd like to share? Be a little bratty, act a little spoiled, keeps you young. And how old are you exactly? Everyone's dying to know. I'm 18 to 29. Now and forever. I guess 29? 30? because why like freeze it like that, but I understand though. Don't get stuck on a cliffhanger like that. Hurry. Log in below so you can read the rest. Quickly, time is running out. We're good. Yeah. Never seen it. I would say powerful. Yeah, good for her. What does she look like though? Can we see? Difficult to verify? Handsome men, pretty women, expensive liquor. Clingy people, brutish people, flying commercial. Twitter would be wilding out. guys coping. No, she can't like handsome. Crazy shit, bro. Doesn't make any sense. Depends on the time of. Okay. Like if she's eating. Funny. Rarity. Originality. Vibes. Okay, hey, let's go. Hey, dude. Sick. I remember mine being 0, but I can't. I need to double check. Or subjects. I'm good at these. Earnest smile. True. I like her. Dislikes? It can be too soft and be like a swamp. Cool, cool. Bar hopping in lower wards. Really love how everybody has like a different category of stuff. Not just copy and paste. Very unique. A lot of stuff to put. Reality TV. Dude, 1000%, but you probably know that about me by now. Yeah. I don't really care. She's dope. Okay, here we go. Red meat. Okay, okay. Working from home? Really? But it is cool to get out, but I'm the opposite. What the fuck? Waiting. Real. 3. Oh. I'm like 1.5. Studying Japanese. A little under a half. Hey. Hopefully you're not guilty. Killing people ain't pretty good, you know? No children would like that. Milk tea, white noise. Black lace. Dude, yes. Yes, bro. That shit ruins the coffee. I'll just take the L. Ink stains, yeah? Not me. Dude, top 3. She's so dope. Gold eye strippers. Let me see that. What is that? Historical romance novels. She's so cool, man. Deciding what to order? Nah. Yeah, if I don't have it locked in already, it's over. Her birthday is close to mine. Mine is the 26th of January. We saw his already, but fire. Fire, bro. He can hide in them. You think they would put silence, predictably, but nah. Okay, yeah, that's him. Are you unsure how to proceed? Play it straight, huh? I gotta put the funny one, because like, hey. He's probably like, what the dude, I thought so. Because it's like trying too hard, but it's funny. Whatever, man. Dude, can I go back? I'm going back, bro. I don't like that. I didn't want to cheat at all, but I had to go back. Y'all get it, bro. Y'all get it. I had to this time. I had to. Normally, I'll just take the L in the future. And before I was willing to, but nah, bro, I can't. Because I wanted to pick this one anyway, but I couldn't resist. You know, it's like, yeah. If I actually believe in the option and it's wrong, I'll take the L because, yeah, want to be fair. Depends. Thanks, Isaac. Smart. Him, I mean her too in general, but his replies. Ended it? The relationship? People can tell if you're not that interested. That's why it's kind of silly when a guy gets a girl with money only, right? And then the girl dates somebody else or cheats or something, and then the guy acts surprised about it, as if she couldn't tell or read that the guy don't like her for her personality. Yeah, it is. It's immature because it cannot end. You know? Damn, bitch. Roasted. Oof. She didn't say that, but I understand why you're... Yeah, man. I feel that completely. I dealt with that. Yeah, I feel that. I dealt with that at the end of 224. Lost a friend. And the thing is, I messaged last. When that happens, and I did on text and Discord, I knew them since I was 13 or 12. And it's like, you don't get to decide if you're this person. It can just happen. And it doesn't matter how much you're there, because I feel like I did the best I could, but you'll still feel this. It feels a lot worse than people realize. It feels terrible. Like, no matter what you did, you'll still think you could have fixed it. You'll be like, even if you made a joke, you made them laugh, you'll think, oh, maybe if I wasn't being silly, you'll rewrite everything. Infinite grief. So yeah, I understand completely. People are lucky when they don't hear from somebody and that person was doing bad, but then they're okay, because you don't know. People who haven't been through that, I felt the exact same way. I felt like, you know, it could happen, but you don't realize how close it is. So yeah, big topic for me. The court, huh? Oh man, he's so mean. Oh my God. Damn, sticking up for her. What an asshole. Mm. His house? I don't know. I guess so. I want to get like to I want to end the video at a part where we have like a big ass like aha type of thing, like we know for sure. If that ain't too far off. Hopefully it'll be here. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Mhm. On the lid, which makes her look pretty bad. When this happens, I think I'm losing points, but Okay. Yeah. Huh. I guess that's what the mystery is about. You? I don't I didn't forget all that shit. He loved her? Not any of these people? You never knew. The real heartbreaker, the pun. Let me look. Inspect. Is this important? Hmm? What? Yeah, like, what the fuck? Sounds like an AI ass story. Taken. No, 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 no. Her use. Damn. Probably not. What about that crack? Okay, I thought so. Dropped her? I don't know. Might be useful. Definitely on purpose. Okay, that's it, I believe, yeah? Okay, let's go over here. Taken. Maybe too fast? Why? Let's try this. Yeah, that's 6. But not everyone. What could that be? Okay, let's try that. Oh. Interesting. Makes sense, though. A panic room? Wonder what's in here. Okay. Stale. Weird. Thank God. I didn't want to do another either. Yeah, that'd be good too. This whole room is useful. Could show that as well. But let's see here. Okay, here it comes. Why? Double clicking? Damn. But if he wanted her to find her, he may have wanted her to know about his death. Huh. Come on. I guess so. Hey, owned her. Effortless. Oh, what the heck? That's so cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so she's doing it herself this time. Too much. Okay. Yeah, he clearly wanted her to come in here too. From the beginning, if possible. Huh. Being hunted. True. I thought that. That's why whenever she introduced her to people, I'm like, can't they take her? She could be registered, but she could also, they could still try to fight for her and be like, oh, well, he's dead and she's a secret, blah, 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 blah. Our property. Then he left her a code, but that ain't the same thing as in writing. Yeah. She'll probably keep her. Priority transportation. Yeah, very. Damn. Yep, okay, am I frozen? Okay, there we go. Waiting. Hmm. Hmm. For the player, maybe. Yeah, I mean for us. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. What? Oh my god. Man. Who? Is that a real person? Oh, I'm looking it up. I don't know, man. Depending on the picture. Yeah. Yeah. Shut up. Mm. Hmm. Man, I ain't with that. Although I do lean towards creepypastas. I've listened to those for over a decade now. Today it's like you can be sleepy, still listen, eyes closed. So that's one incentive. For the incident, I feel it. I get it. Don't ask too much. Dude, I can't wait to see the footage. Man. Yo, it's very cool that even though we haven't seen the footage yet, we're already here. So we're kind of banking on that. You won't though. Yeah, but damn, bitch. Damn. It could get easier. Depends. Inevitable because they're fair if they're programmed that way. Makes sense, yeah. Don't know how long it'll last, but humans will be better at intricacies. I bet. I see. With time, yeah. Yeah. True. Very true. Disgust? People get impatient the longer you take. Yeah, I saw that coming. Exactly. That is so true. That's why some topics are gray, but you have people who are all burn the witch or virtue signal. Yeah. Very true. Whoever wrote that knows their stuff, because that is so true. Good way to break it down, because yeah, 100%. Hey, let's go. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Two things. It'll be interesting to see how Emma is in this environment. And also, for them to save the video like this, it'll obviously be a big breakthrough. Respectable. Damn. Yeah. So I guess they'll ask Jung about it. Yo, what the heck? Yeah, it can be illegal. It'll like fuck up her case. Mm. Makes sense, yeah. Mm. Yeah, I thought so. Need that footage. Oh, 84. Oh, does she get like a face expression? That's cute. I thought so. What? She looks like she's wide awake. Damn. They've heard this a bunch of times. Hmm? Is that new? Hmm. We see her now. Real. Anyway, a new personality? Yeah, probably so. And also, that probably does help her. Not in here, but the public reception. It sounds dumb, but if you did a poll, you know how many gooners would be like, okay, wait a minute. If she looked like a skeleton, then it wouldn't be the same. Mm. Mm. Fun for us. That's funny. Hmm. Sure. Although, it's a bit random though, so I can see it could be that, but I don't know. She's a lot. Okay, I'll stop here.